Hey there, have you always wondered what are the three most difficult instruments to not only learn how to play, but to play at the professional level? Maybe you think it's your instrument. Maybe if you play trombone, you think it's trombone, or maybe trumpet is actually pretty hard too, right? However, it's not trombone and it's not trumpet. So, are you ready? Drum roll. The three most difficult instruments to learn how to play and to play at the professional level. And I'm talking modern instruments. Yeah, maybe someone dug up an instrument from 1,000 years ago that's a relic that might be more difficult to play. But I'm talking about instruments that are in use today, modern instruments in Western music. That's what we're talking about here. We're not talking about a zither from China. So the three most difficult instruments are, and I lump them into about the same category as all being equally very difficult to learn how to play and to execute at the professional level. Number one, bassoon. Number two, oboe. And number three, yes, it is a brass instrument, French horn. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen, in case you always wondered. No, it's not trumpet. It's not guitar, it's not piano, it's not drums, it's not the timpani, it's not saxophone. Saxophone is one of the easier instruments to learn how to play and to play. Not flute. It's oboe, bassoon, and French horn. I know what I'm talking about here, folks. The other thing is, another way to look at it is, if you ever hear a professional screw up on an instrument in a performance, it's likely going to be on a French horn, bassoon, or oboe. And I've heard professionals screw up at various times on all three of those. I remember this one lady, I can't remember, some kind of mass oratorial or something in church service. It might have been, I don't think it was the Messiah, but it might have been. She was a professional oboist from the Nashville Symphony Orchestra, or was it the Nashville Metropolitan Orchestra at that time? So she was a hired gun to come in and do the solo, and she fell flat on her face. It was like she was having a MMA fight with her oboe. It was just god awful, and she couldn't get it righted. And you just felt very sorry for you. It made you feel tense and nervous because it was just coming out so horribly wrong. A guy, I can't remember his name now. A solo recitalist, a French horn player, came to Austin Peay State University and did a master class. It went pretty well. And then, as most tend to do, he had some kind of recital thing going on at night for us. I remember on one piece, it was a slower moving, melodic, kind of dramatic piece, and he just cacked really probably 4 or 5 notes that just really ruined it. And this guy is a soloist. I mean, he goes around and does master classes, and I can't remember his name. I'll talk to Dr. Clark. Maybe he'll remember who that was that came through. But or maybe he might have been there before Dr. Clark was there. So yeah. And then bassoon. I haven't really witnessed a bassoon player screwing things up, but it's also right up there. It's a double reed. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Feel free to comment below. Whether you disagree or agree, but of course I'm always right? Yeah. But you can comment, you can have a little bit of dissension there if you don't believe it. But if you say something other than 3 instruments, what I will do is I will comment and correct you why your opinion is wrong. There's no question, to learn how to play oboe, and to play it at the professional level, I mean, come on, there's just nothing harder. Trumpet's a hard instrument. So there's some hard instruments out there to play. Trumpet is definitely one. But trumpet is not near as hard as playing French horn, and I have played French horn before and taught it at the beginning intermediate level. It's every time I got on French horn, I'm like, oh wow, okay, gotta think. Just too easy to miss a note. Too easy to overblow a note. It's much harder than trumpet. Much harder than trumpet. So you have to give some cred to anybody that's a friend of yours or that you know that plays French horn. And if they're doing a good job, you have to give them some cred, because they're playing one of the hardest instruments in the world to play. So I'm Kurt Thompson. I hope you enjoyed this little trivia about our modern instruments and the Western music. And again, oboe, not in any order. French horn, oboe, bassoon. Top 3 hardest instruments to learn how to play and to play. I'll see you in the next one. I'm Kurt Thompson at TRUMPETSIZZLE.com, and here on YouTube, you're a brass instructor. I'm a professional trumpet player and teacher, and I want to ask you a question. Would you like to learn how to skyrocket your range, improve your endurance, and reduce mouthpiece pressure? At the very least, you should discover that improving range and endurance is a process. It is not one book you're going to read, not one ebook. It's not one lesson you're going to take with a celebrity trumpet player. It is a process that you will have to go through. If you're willing to go through this process, I can almost guarantee that you will get fantastic results on this instrument or any brass instrument. And for right now, I would just like for you to subscribe to my channel. Look down below and click the subscribe link. I would love to have you as a subscriber on my channel, Your Brass Instructor. I'm Kurt Thompson. I'll see you in the next one.